and welcome to Pretty Tara Talk Time. I'm Tara, and today I'll be doing a review on the Bella Cup. Before I start my review, I would like to say thank you to the Bella Cup company for being so gracious and sending me one of their lovely cups to sample and then review. So I contacted the Bella Cup company about a month ago, and I asked them if they would be willing to send me a sample, and they were very kind and they said yes. So my Bella Cup came to me in this package, just a plain cardboard box, which I thought was interesting because usually when I get my menstrual cups or cloth pads, they almost always come in biodegradable bags or environmentally friendly packaging. But this is just a plain old cardboard box. Interesting. Cardboard is okay though because, you know. But also on the customs forms, it says menstrual cups. So if you're someone who is very discreet and doesn't really want their postman to know they're getting a menstrual cup, maybe don't order from the Bella's website, but you can get it from Feminine Wear. You know, there's other places you can get it from. But it didn't bother me, but I thought that was just interesting. So all in all, I am not a fan of the packaging, but it is what it is. So the Bella Cup comes in this adorable little box. It says Bella on it, as the S for small. And it says, tenderness, grace, and unconstrained freedom. Therein lies the beauty, la femme, of the woman. I thought that was really pretty. The name Bella and just the packaging and everything about the Bella Cup is very elegant. So, just the name is so pretty. And you can say that you can wear it when you exercise, when you travel, when you go to bed, when you suffer from sensitive and itchy skin, eczema, in social situations, other things like that. So, the benefits of it, this on the back right here. It says it's cost effective, lasts up to 5 years, safe, doesn't contain strings, bleaches, fibers, absorbency enhancers, phthalates, latex, plastic, PVC, acrylic, BPA, elastomer, perfume, and it has no colors or dyes in it. So it can last up to 12 hours, and it lists all these things that are true for most menstrual cups. So sizing wise, I got the small Bella Cup. I have a little bit of fibers on it. I got the small Bella Cup. And the small Bella Cup is for women who are under 30 and who've not given birth vaginally. And the size large is for women who are over 30 and or who have given birth vaginally. So I got the small because I am under 30 and I have never given birth. So now, there are many women who choose to get the small and they are over 30, and there are many girls who have really heavy periods and they get the large. It's completely up to you. I just find it more comfortable to wear the smalls. I can wear large cups, but it just isn't as comfortable for me. I feel a little tight. So, the Bella Cup has a rim of 42 millimeters. I think it's 42 or 43. I believe it's 42 though. And it's a V-shaped cup. I really like this. This shaped cup really works for me. You'll notice it's a clear, completely clear silicone, which I really like. I think that's really unique because most of them are frosted or colored, but I really love that it's completely clear. Very pretty, I think. So you see these grip rings here. They look like grip rings, you know, but they're not. They're just for look. When your hands are really wet, sometimes you can feel that they're a little bit grippy, but it really does nothing at all. So if you really want grip rings, I wouldn't suggest getting the Bella Cup because it is a no grip ring cup. It's some people really need grip rings, other people don't. I don't really care for grip rings, so I love this cup. As you can see, the rim makes a very small little fold, like smaller than a Junior Slim. As you can see, you could make it really small. It's very tiny. Very squishy. It's a very squishy cup. But it has a good resistance. It's not really soft, but it's really squishy, and it has a great resistance. It's perfect. So, I can clear this away. You can see it has that S back there for small, and then here it says Bella. It even has a little logo and a leaf. It's just so pretty. It has 4 suction release holes, and the rim is interesting because it doesn't just, you know, jet out. It has two little lumps, and I think that's really unique. And it really makes it, you know, able to be very small, very tiny. So the stem was not stretchy. I tried to save it, but I lost it because there were these little, you can see they're like bubbles, kind of. Little balls just stacked up on top of each other, and they got smaller as you went to the top. So I had to cut it because I have a lower cervix, and it was just kind of pokey. It is a very pokey stem. As you can see, it's not bendy at all. It's very rigid. And I don't really like that. I like bendy stems. But because I cut it off, it's not a big deal. I just preferred that it would have been a little bendier, and I could have kept it a little longer, but it was just, I had it a little longer, and it was just too uncomfortable. So it's not stretchy at all. And as you can see, the base is very squishy, which I really like. With some of my cups, you have to kind of reach up higher and then pinch. This one, though, you can just pinch the very base, and I can just pinch it and then remove it. So I really do think that that's really nice. I love that the base is so squishy. One thing I don't like about this cup, though, is the grip rings. I don't really care for grip rings, but I just wish it had something, you know, because when your hands are really slippery, it's kind of hard to grip. So it's not my favorite cup, just because the stem's a little pokey, but I just love this resistance. So yeah, I would say it's one that I reach for the most, probably, just because of that. Now, if this had like a bendy stem, and maybe just a bendy stem, I didn't really need grip rings, but if it just had slight grip rings or something, it would be the perfect cup. So I think it's a beautiful cup. I love it, and I thought I would just compare it to some other cups. This is the Yuki cup, small, soft, and it's very similar in rim. As you can see, they're about similar. I think the Yuki maybe, no, actually they're about exactly the same. And the way the rims are sloped are pretty similar, actually. So if you like the Yuki, we're just going to do a squishiness test. It's a lot softer than the Yuki Soft. I do love this firmness. It's so perfect. It's just, I can insert it. I use the 7-fold with this cup. I don't even have to put lubricant on this cup. It's so slippery. It slides so well. It's amazing. So it just slides in, pops right open. One thing I do have, one problem with this cup is, it's a great cup, but because it's so poppy, but it's, when I insert it, it just pops right open. That it doesn't really take time to bring in air, so I'll feel it and it's like vacuum sealed, but there's like, it's kind of flattened. So I don't want that because then there's not as much capacity, so I have to reach up and kind of bend in and let it like air come into it, or pinch it, break the seal, let it go, you know. But if I just leave it like this, I'm going to rush. Then I can be standing up and I'll feel this like I feel like my cup is burping. You know, it's really an odd feeling. But imagine this is inside of you and it's pinched like this. And it's taking in air, it's going to be like, so it's really a weird feeling. It's like an air bubble inside of you. And it's not unpleasant or anything like that, it just feels really funny. So I won't pop this cup in if I'm going out and I just have to go. The Yuki cup is the one I put in my purse because it is so poppy and it always takes in the air because the holes are small. It's not a big deal. It doesn't bother me. Just something to be aware of. If I were to place this cup with someone, I would say it was someone who is average in like how they exercise. Like they maybe go for a bike ride or two, but they're not really they don't really exercise that much. They don't have the strongest pelvic floor muscles. Someone who maybe has a lower cervix because of the fact that the grip rings are non-existent, and if you have a higher cervix, this might be kind of scary if you kind of slips up. So maybe not your first cup. I would not recommend this as a first cup because of the no grip rings. It can be really scary. So definitely not a good first cup, but someone who just wants a cup that will pop open, and it's just kind of a nice cup for that. It's a perfect resistant, doesn't hurt me. When I am really relaxed though, at night and I'll put it back in, it'll kind of hurt ever so often. So I usually just put my Maluna cup in because it's a small soft and it just feels a little more comfortable. So I really do like this cup, but I feel like it's just, this part of the cup, the front half is perfect, but I feel like it needs a little more improvement here. A bendier stem and some grip rings. But if you're going to cut this off anyways and you don't really like grip rings, then this would be an amazing cup for you. And I do really like it. So, for some reason I can't find the instructions that the Bella Cup came with, but they were really actually very, very good. I'm so sorry about that. And one thing I want to mention more about the packaging is, I don't know if you can tell, if I hold up something that's white, this, you can tell it's peach. I love it. It's peach. It's awesome. It's not white at all. And I opened it up and I thought it was peach. I'm like, oh! And I smelled it. So I expected it to smell like peach. I'm sorry, but I want this box to smell like it's peach. So, you know, a little bit of perfume in here. I expect it to smell like peach. Kidding. But yeah, so it's really, really cute. And as I said before, it's an elegant cup. The silicone is really, really nice. If you suffer from chafing because of grip rings and lines, then this cup is one you should definitely look into because it has no lines on the cup. It's super, super smooth. But if you get irritated by a pokey stem and you need a long stem, then don't go for this cup because it is very, very pokey. So that is my review on the Bella Cup. If you have any more questions about the Bella Cup or any other menstrual cups or cloth pads or any other thing like that, I'll be happy to answer them. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe and check out our other videos. Bye!